There's one simple skill that literally saved my son one Halloween night when we lost him in a crowd of trick-or-treaters. For about 90 seconds, that felt like forever. We had no idea where he was. And this one thing made all the difference between a quick reunion and a parent's worst nightmare. I'm going to tell you exactly what that skill is in just a moment. But first, let me paint the picture of what happened that night. Our family approached a home with a circular driveway, and 3 kids ran up to ring the doorbell, but when they came back, there were only 2. My heart dropped. We looked frantically around. Where did he go? Did he go to the next house? Did he cut through the yard? Is he with another group of kids? Those 90 seconds felt like 90 years. And here's the one thing that saved us. He had been to Safety Town Camp the previous summer and memorized my phone number. I'm eternally grateful to the kind woman who called me. Thank goodness we found him so quickly, but it could have been so much worse. Here's what you need to know about working memory. By about age 4, many kids can remember and recite their phone number. Some kids can remember it earlier, while most will have it down by 5. So start working on it today and be ready for Halloween. But under stress on Halloween night, with all the excitement and the chaos, they might forget. So before you head out to trick or treat, write your phone number on your child's hand or their arm, especially for the younger ones. Halloween is magical, but it's also chaotic. The darkness, the crowds, the costumes that block their vision, it all creates the perfect storm for kids to wander off. So practice your phone number with your child regularly in the weeks leading up to Halloween. This simple skill can save the day. Okay, now that we've covered the most important tip, let me share 2 bonus psychology-backed tips that'll make your Halloween a sweet success. Bonus tip number 1, there's actually an optimal time to buy your child's Halloween costume, and it's not when those early September displays first hit the stores. After 17 years of parenting, I learned that costume timing is everything. Here's the strategy that works like magic. Wait until early to mid-October. This gives your child enough time to think about what they want to be and to check in with their friends about their costume ideas, but you're not waiting so long that everything's sold out. Yes, this means you skip those early September Costco deals, but trust me, it saves you from buying 2 costumes when they inevitably change their mind, which totally negates any early bird savings. Now, here's the crucial part. Before you purchase, set the boundary clearly. Say something like, yes, we can get your costume today, but if you change your mind later, we'll have to use one of our old costumes or make something from whatever we have at home. Are you sure you're ready to commit to this one? Now, why does this work? Because you're setting expectations up front. Nobody feels blindsided. Your child knows the deal before making the commitment, and you don't have to be the mean parent when they want to change their mind 3 weeks later. This approach also teaches valuable life skills. Thinking ahead, thinking through decisions, understanding commitment, and learning that choices have consequences. So skip those early deals, wait for the sweet spot in early to mid-October, and set that boundary before you buy. Your wallet and your sanity will thank you. And finally, bonus tip number 2, and this one's really important. Remember that everybody processes the Halloween experience differently. As parents, we sometimes project our own feelings about the holidays onto our kids. But here's what psychology tells us about personality differences, particularly when it comes to how introverts and extroverts experience Halloween. Extroverted children absolutely thrive on Halloween. The crowds, the social interactions, going door to door, meeting neighbors, being out in the community, this is their dream scenario. They get energized by all that stimulation. For them, Halloween might genuinely be the best night of the year. Introverted children, they experience it completely differently. The crowds might feel overwhelming. The constant social interaction can be draining. The noise, the chaos, the expectation to interact with strangers at their doors, it can be very sensory overloading for introverts. And here's the important part. Neither experience is wrong. They're just different. So it seems like the most fun event ever to you might feel overwhelming and exhausting to your child. Or what seems like a tedious obligation to you might feel like absolute magic for your child. The key is to meet your child where they're at. If you have an introverted child, consider trying trick-or-treating for a shorter time period, sticking to your own neighborhood with familiar faces, taking breaks between houses, or letting them opt out of certain activities without judgment. If you have an extroverted child, consider planning a longer trick-or-treating route, joining up with friends to maximize social time, attending community events where they can interact with lots of people, or letting them lead the pace with energy. And if you're an introverted parent with an extroverted child or vice versa, give yourself permission to honor both your needs. Maybe that means that your partner takes the lead on trick-or-treating while you manage candy distribution at home. Or maybe that means that you build in some quiet time before or after to recharge. The goal isn't to have the perfect Halloween that looks like everybody else's. It's to have the Halloween that works for your family and honors your child's unique personality and needs. So there you have it, 3 psychology-based tips to help make your Halloween safer, easier, and more enjoyable. I'd love to hear from you in the comments about other tricks that work for your family. And if you've already got your eye on the holiday season, check out my next video with 5 tips on how to thrive during the holidays with your family.